Episode 776. Before Joy Sheep could even speak, the team channel was already buzzing with chatter.
How long did you look?
10 minutes? This boss only took 1 minute to look at it?
This guy thinks it's a normal dungeon, huh?
In a normal dungeon, most of the difficulty is concentrated on the boss, so the entire run revolves around it. But in a 100-player dungeon, even the common mobs hit as hard as a normal boss. Of course, the guide couldn't just focus on the boss. The fact that Wudi Sushui Junlang finished reading the guide in 10 minutes made people wonder if he was underestimating this dungeon. The crowd was just plain ticked off by how much of a noob this guy was.
Alright, let's just drop it. I'll add him to the party and let him tag along for a bit. He'll figure it out soon enough.
Shi Jiyang said.
Ha! Let's make him the MT and see what he has to say.
Someone suggested. The whole group burst into laughter. Honestly, if these 100-player dungeon runs weren't so precious, I'd love to see him try tanking and make a fool of himself.
No joke, switch to another dungeon sometime and let him try tanking for real.
Someone remarked.
He's just coasting anyway, doesn't really matter if he's here or not.
With me, it's more efficient.
Out of nowhere, another voice chimed in. Everyone looked. It was the name Invincible Handsomest. This guy had already joined. Everyone was so deep in conversation that nobody noticed the system notification for the party.
Ha, what's this? You want to be the MT?
Someone chimed in, following up on that.
MT, huh? I checked the walkthrough. For the 4th, 5th, 9th, and final boss, I might need to borrow some gear.
Yi Shu said.
Ah, so he only read the boss part of the guide.
Isn't he just here to scam us for gear?
1,000 thoughts raced through everyone's mind. But by now, Invincible Most Handsome had already joined the team, so no one had the heart to say it to his face. This was a bit different from how Invincible Most Handsome had joined the Mitian Guild. In the Tyrannical Ambition Guild, Yi Shu had come to them on his own. Back then, before he'd shown any real skill, Invincible Scholar naturally faced direct suspicion and contempt, just like what happened with Brittle Bean. But now he was actively recruited by Tyrannical Ambition. Even if people had their doubts, they could whisper behind his back all they wanted. To say it to his face, though, that would just embarrass Joyful Sheep, the one who brought him in. They might not take Wudi Zuyunlang seriously, but they couldn't just ignore their own guild leader's face.
How about I MT first, and we can swap when we get to the 4th or 5th boss?
Someone piped up, half joking.
Sure, but I don't remember this dungeon all that well. Might not be the best person to lead.
The crowd was in tears. This guy had literally just read the guide, and he still wanted to be the shot caller. Shi Jiyang couldn't take it anymore either. He spoke up.
I'll take command. Tank, you sure you can handle it?
4th, 5th, 9th, and the final boss are no-goes.
Yi Shu repeated himself.
Alright, I get it. Let's just give it a try first.
Shi Jiyang said.
Good.
Yi Shu finished speaking, steered Invincible Handsome forward, and strode into the dungeon.
He actually took it seriously. He actually believed it.
Then someone else spoke up in the channel, because it suddenly dawned on them that aside from the team channel, there was actually another channel they could use to avoid this person's ears, the guild channel.
They've already entered the instance.
The tank's about to pull. Let's move now.
Someone remarked, dripping with sarcasm.
What are you talking about?
The other players, catching those few cold words, all turned to ask with curiosity.
The guild just got a big shot.
Someone accidentally let the truth slip.
Yes, great God.
The truth marches on.
Who?
Invincible Most Handsome, just from the name.
The Joyful Sheep team spoke.
Ha, so cocky. How'd he become a god?
The questioner continued to ask.
Ah, it's a long story.
All right, enough chatter. Let's get into the dungeon.
Finally, Ji Jiyang quickly stopped them. He hadn't expected his own team members to go blabbing to the guild. Wasn't that like slapping the guild leader in the face? This was the person the guild leader had personally tasked him with recruiting, and now his own brothers were mocking him like this. Sure enough, the 4th branch president had also seen the message in the channel and sent Shi Ji Yang a private chat.
What's up with this guy?
Shi Ji Yang quickly explained the truth behind Invincible East's outrageous behavior, making sure the guild leader understood that everyone's comments weren't meant to embarrass him. Honestly, the guy just didn't look like a pro.
Then let him be the MT.
The guild leader said as much.
Hesdir can handle the Sky Tomb?
Shi Ji Yang felt that even just talking about it was terrifying enough.
What equipment does he have?
The branch leader, however, was still unaware of this particular detail. Once Shi Ji Yang put it that way, the branch leader found himself scratching his head. He said,
The small mobs should be manageable for him, right? Let him try tanking them first so we can see.
Fine.
The players from Joy Sheep team began entering the instance one by one. Joy Sheep received a message from the team's actual MT, clearly a decent guy who didn't particularly want to see Invincible Most Handsome embarrass himself, and also had safety in mind.
Let him try first, but keep a close eye on him. If he can't handle it, take over immediately. Put in the extra effort.
Shi Ji Young laid out the arrangements. The team's original MT, Chi Ye Yi Ji Hua, heard the guild leader's plan and showed no sign of displeasure. He simply acknowledged it and said nothing more. Shi Ji Young was quite satisfied. Their team's tank, 7-Leaf Flower, was truly a good person, unlike many tanks who, when the party wiped, would blame the healers first, whether they were at fault or not. As for Chi Ye Yi Ji Hua, whenever the party wiped, the first thing out of his mouth was always,
"My bad."
Then he'd launch into another whole spiel analyzing everything he did wrong, and now that I'd told him to keep a closer eye on things, he could already see it coming. If something really went wrong and there was a loss, 7-Leaf Flower would take the blame again. That's just the kind of good-natured fool he was, even towards someone as clueless and reckless as Invincible Most Handsome, who was practically begging for death. Thinking this, Joy Sheep felt a pang of emotion and made up his mind. If anything really went wrong, he absolutely couldn't let 7-Leaf Flower take the blame again. It was one thing if it were his own brother, but who was this guy? He was just asking for death. Why should honest 7-Leaf Flower have to share the burden for him? Shi Ji Young snapped out of his thoughts, only to find everyone else had already entered the dungeon. He hurried over to the teleportation array and stepped through, warping into the 100-player dungeon, the Sky Tomb. The aerial tomb, as its name suggests, was a cemetery suspended in midair. The dungeon contained 9 mini-bosses, each guarding a magical mechanism. Once those 9 were defeated and their mechanisms destroyed, the tomb would lose its levitation and crash to the ground. Only then would the true guardian of the aerial tomb reveal itself. That is the dungeon's final boss. Defeat it and you achieve 100% completion. The hidden boss of this dungeon, however, is the tomb owner's lingering spirit. The hidden boss in a 100-player dungeon works just like a normal small one. It's all about luck. The only difference is, in a 100-player dungeon, you can leave the hidden boss for last, or skip it entirely. It won't suddenly jump out mid-run like in a normal dungeon. After all, in a 100-player dungeon, every bit of progress earns its own reward. Having a hidden boss that's stronger than the final boss suddenly pop out mid-run and wipe everyone, that would be a real downer. If a player manages to defeat the hidden boss, they'll receive an extra 20% completion reward. Whether they clear the dungeon or not, that bonus is theirs to keep.